Hello to all our EBRF team members. Welcome back to the 2020-21 school year. This year is going to be quite different for all of us. But first of all, I'd like to thank those of you who participated in our silent protest outside of the East Baton Rouge Parish School Board office. I was pleased to see some friends who I've not seen in some time, but I was also a little disappointed in the fact that many of you did not make it. We have over 1,000 members, and yet combined with the members of LAE, there were just over 100 individuals out participating. We have to remember that in order to get anything done, it takes numbers. We can talk all day, we can complain forever, but until we put our talk and our complaints into action, things will not change. I am pleased, though, to say that the results of the silent protest did yield from the East Baton Rouge Parish School System a total month of virtual teaching for our teachers and support staff, and we thank them for that. I'd like to also talk a little bit about how this school year will look, because it is going to be different. For the month of August, we have virtual learning, and for many of you, you were a little confused about what that meant. Virtual learning, and sometimes referred to as distance learning, talks about where the teacher and the student will be when the learning takes place. A lot of our members thought that when we got it approved that they would be working from home. That's actually considered telework. And the only individuals who were allowed to telework are those who met the criteria from the CDC for underlying conditions. Those individuals were required by the district to give supporting evidence to prove that they actually had these underlying conditions. I'm told by the district that some people were denied because they did not have their paperwork complete or the documentation that was required to support the request. If you were denied for any reason and if you think you should qualify, then please feel free to reapply. For those of us that are doing telework from home, there was an agreement that the school district put out and asked that you read through and sign. At this point, have you not signed the telework agreement? Please make a point to do so. There are some important points in that will make sure that once you've done your job, you are going to get paid. For those of us that are doing virtual learning or distance learning from your classroom, please be reminded to sign in daily. That information is going to be used to determine whether or not you're actually doing your job. The other component to that is making sure that if there are any PDs on the days that you don't have to teach, it is a must that you participate in the PD. Again, that will be monitored by the district to ensure that people are doing what they're asked to do and to ensure that you receive a full paycheck. So again, remember to log in daily, communicate not only with your students and your parents, and also participate in all PDs. Membership campaigns will look a little different this year for us as well. As you know, because of COVID-19, the district has asked that there be a limited number of visitors into the school sites, and we're in total agreement with that. So as opposed to us being able to do lounge visits like we've done before, we're going to do one of two things at some of our schools that we've not had a chance to visit in the last 2 years. And that would either be a grab-and-go breakfast, where we will be out on the sidewalk of your school, and as you enter, you'll be able to grab a nice biscuit or roll and something to drink. Or we may do a grab-and-go lunch, where you will come out of your school to the breezeway and secure a lunch. Both of these events will be secured with your school administration, and a flyer will be posted to let you know when and where we plan to do these things. We also need you to keep abreast of what's going on, not only with the district, but with the local. We do post information on our Facebook page as well as our website to make sure that our members know what's happening at all times. I encourage you to visit the website at least weekly so that you can be updated as to the new things that we're doing at the district and here at the local. Some other changes because of COVID-19 is that we are not having any face-to-face meeting here at our local office. We are available for phone calls, and you may reach us at 225-292-2680. You may contact Tiffany Ross, which is our lead organizer, or Barbara Carter, which is our field organizer, or yours truly, Angela Reams Brown, president. We are here to answer any questions to listen to any concerns you have and offer any advice we can to make this school year a successful one, not only for you, but for the students that you work with on a daily basis. We're also available for FaceTime meetings as well as Zoom meetings if you'd like to see us while we talk. Please feel free to reach out to us. Also remember that you have a building rep at your school. I would suggest that if you have a concern or a question, you start there. And if that individual is not able to help or offer any suggestions, again, feel free to reach out to us here at the local. We also want you to make sure that you continue to read our newsletters, and those will be coming, first ones in September, along with your retention kit. We will be putting those in your mailbox at your school sites. So if you're one of those individuals that is teleworking, you might want to stop by your school when you get a chance in September to pick up your information. It'll be information from AFT as well as a letter from yours truly and our first newsletter. And that information will be placed in your mailbox the first week of school in September. Be reminded that right now we are doing distance learning. The district will be waiting on the governor as well as the numbers to determine whether or not we actually go back to face-to-face learning in September as announced earlier by the district. The number of COVID cases that we have, not only in EBR but in the state of Louisiana, will determine what our next move is. So be prepared for whatever that move may be. It may be that we will continue distance learning for the month of September, or it may be the hybrid model. Keep in mind the hybrid model is 2 days of school face-to-face, 3 days of distance learning. Wednesdays will be the days that each school will be clean, deep clean, and make sure that when the students return on Thursday, the school is nice and clean. Keep in mind that the district is asking some extra of our teachers and support workers. They're asking that you make sure your students wear their mask at all times. They're asking that you make sure students have an opportunity to wash their hands and that there's distance between the students, not only in the classroom, but as they move about the school. It is my understanding that face masks as well as disinfectant and wipes will be provided for each school and each classroom. They're encouraging teachers to train their students to not only wipe off their desks and their chairs, but make sure they do it twice a day. Once, first thing in the morning when they arrive, and secondly, in the afternoon before they go home for school. If you have any questions or concerns about these, please make sure you talk with your administration. That's the next point I'd like to make. I want to make sure that any conversations you have with your administration about how the school day or the school year should look, you do it first face-to-face and follow it up with an email so that you can discuss in that email what was said face-to-face. It's always a good idea to have written documentation to confirm any conversation that you have with your administration. In addition to that, make sure that you also have an opportunity to visit our Facebook page. One of our e-board members, Mr. Du Bois, is responsible for updating our Facebook page and making sure that our membership is aware of what's going on. Thank you to those of you that signed up doing Free to Fall. You will start paying your dues on your first paycheck, which should be August 31st. For those individuals who have not joined yet, it is an opportune time for you to join our local, the East Baton Rouge Federation of Teachers. If you have co-workers, because a lot of our schools have new teachers and new staff, please encourage them to join the union. We are much better when we are in numbers. Again, I want to encourage everyone to stay safe. Wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands on a regular basis, and stay safe. Until we meet again, have a great day.